I don't know if I've ever talked about the Pokemon Go set on this channel. And honestly, I haven't heard anybody mention Pokemon Go in like the last year. Like nobody talks about this set. Especially this is like an investing channel. Like nobody talks about Pokemon Go. But today I wanted to talk about it because I feel like Pokemon Go was sort of an interesting idea and set in general, but it hasn't performed extremely bad. It's honestly, I feel like the set is better than like Shining Fates, but even Shining Fates, the normally trainer boxes now are selling for like $55, and the Pokemon Go ones are selling for still under retail. And yeah, Shining Fates is a little bit older than Pokemon Go, but it's crazy, and I feel like just the set has such a bad stigma to it that I feel like it just may never see the day of light where it performs okay. Like I feel like it's just in infinite amount of time just gonna perform terribly. Like that's honestly how I feel because just nobody talks about it. Pokemon Go set like it's just one of those things where I feel like it's not a bad set. Like I'm gonna show you guys the set if you haven't looked at it before, but it's not that bad like compared to some other things. But it's just the set name I feel like that really just kills it. And I feel like just the idea was cool. Like the Pokemon Go game obviously was really popular. It's still popular. And to transfer that into the card game, it sounds like a cool idea. And they added some features to the set, which was cool, but it was a flop. Like this set was released 2.5 years ago on July 1st of 2022, and till this day, this set is performing terribly. And I honestly thought at this point maybe we would see some light with this set. Like maybe it would go up to at least retail. Maybe the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes would go, get a little bit more expensive. But nothing has happened. This set is just, it may never just perform well. So I was sort of surprised, but on the Pokemon Center website, these were available like for the longest time. I honestly thought this was going to be one of the products that were just going to sit here forever. But you can see here the Pokemon Go Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box Plus. Oh man, that's a long like name. I don't know why they added the plus here, but it's out of stock. I don't know when it happened to be honest with you, but it happened and now they're out of stock. So I've explained this to you guys before, but usually when Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes on the Pokemon Center website, when they go out of stock, usually on the secondary market like eBay, they'll immediately spike up. However, this is not the case with the Pokemon Go set. Now, like I said, I don't know exactly when this went out of stock, but if you go on eBay right now, people are literally selling at a loss to get rid of these Pokemon Center, Pokemon Go Elite Trainer boxes. And this is out of stock, but people are literally selling at a loss because it's that bad. Now, people are buying them, but people that have them, they're losing money because obviously Pokemon Go or Pokemon Center is the only place you can buy these, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, and people are selling them, assuming they bought them from the Pokemon Center website, they're losing money. And this set is 2.5 years old. I don't know when they went on stock or whatever, but this has seen no growth, and people are losing money on an exclusive product. Like you will not find this with any other, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. Like all of them, as soon as they go out of stock, they'll all be more expensive than MSRP. But Pokemon Go is like the outlier, the only outlier I can think of. Like these are literally selling for MSRP if you include shipping, MSRP, you keep going down, pretty much MSRP there. And honestly, it's a little bit under MSRP because MSRP was what, 65? So yeah, people are literally losing money selling an exclusive product that's 2.5 years old. That's how bad the set is, or just perceived to be. And even normally trainer boxes, retail for these I believe is $50. I believe I don't know if it's 40 because it's an older set when Sword and Shield when prices were different. I don't know if it's 40 or 50, but I believe it being a specialty set, it was $50. It's under retail. Shining Fates, for example, it got reprinted into the ground. No one really cared for it anymore. It got reprinted. It was hyped up in the beginning because of everything going on in the world. A lot of people got back into Pokemon, so it did get expensive. But I got a huge reprint. Shining Fates Elite Trainer box went to like $30. Even those right now, it's a little bit older. Shining Fates is a little bit older than Pokemon Go, but those are $55 right now. Pokemon Go is sitting, and there's plenty of listings on eBay for low 40s, and this is 2.5 years old. So you would still be, if you bought it at retail, you'd be losing money 2.5 years later selling this product. Like that's how bad it is. And this set, obviously, it's out of print. It's not getting print anymore. But still, it's seen no growth because just people it doesn't appeal, I feel like, to a lot of people. Some people are still buying it, like I showed you in, the eBay listings. People are buying these, Elite Trainer boxes, but I don't know. It just, there's not enough demand. Like, even though it's older and people are buying, it's just there's not enough demand where I feel like it's gonna take forever for the supply to run out. And yeah, it's just, it's a weird thing because, like I said, I feel like this set isn't that bad. Like, when you look at the cards in the set, it's not the worst set ever. Like, yeah, it's mostly just rainbow cards. It does have a alternate art Mewtwo, which honestly was kind of expensive when it first got released, but you can see here it's actually now the third most expensive card. The rainbow cards took over. Like, that's honestly crazy to see. But yeah, it's only $18 now, and this was the main hit. But a big thing that I felt like was kind of special and I saw maybe some potential in Pokemon Go was because it had a really special feature that no other set ever had. So basically, Pokemon Go, there was a special feature where in the reverse slot you could pull a Ditto, and basically you could peel off a sticker on top of the reverse slot of the card. It would have, I think, a Ditto symbol in the bottom left, and you could peel off a sticker and it would reveal a Ditto. And honestly, I found that to be a super cool feature in this set because what other Pokemon set has a feature where you can pull off a sticker of a card and reveal a new one? Like, that's a really cool feature. But that's where I feel like I still, even though Pokemon Go, it wasn't that popular even like at the time when I was really thinking like, man, this could maybe do something because of this. Like, maybe it has some potential. But no, like, it's still performing terribly, and it's sort of surprising because, like I said, I really don't think out of all the sets out there, this is the worst one. Like, it has some cards like the Charizard, the Mewtwo. Like, it's not the worst set ever, but I really feel like it just being Pokemon Go, like the set, it just really hurts it. But it's a really interesting kind of set because it converted obviously the game into cards and had the Ditto thing. It was a cool idea, but it just failed. And I don't know if this will ever see, the daylight again. If Pokemon Go has, some resurgence, maybe that'll be the time where maybe the cards get something. But other than that, it's like this might just be one of those dead sets that it just might never do well. And yeah, it's like I don't know if it's ever going to get to the point where maybe people look back at it and want to like buy them and open them again. It's just one of those things where nobody talks about them. It's like it's just gonna get lost, and I don't know. It was an interesting idea, but it just didn't work out. So that's what I wanted to talk about, just Pokemon Go, because literally nobody talks about this, and I thought it'd be a funny thing to talk about. I know there really was not much information about, Pokemon Go or just anything in this video, but I wanted to mention this set just because nobody talks about it, and I find it very interesting, this, set, like having the Ditto thing and just it converting a game to, cards. It was an interesting idea, but it just didn't work out. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoy this sort of interesting topic of Pokemon Go because, like I said, I haven't heard anybody mention Pokemon Go set in forever. So I just want to do something different. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next one.